So my first direct experience with the term job killer came from that TV show Gold Rush a few years back. What it was this show, I believe it was on AMC, where these people were digging for gold on these various plots of land in Alaska. All well and good. One of the neighboring mining fields had been shut down because of some sort of labor mandate. They didn't have a safety item or something along those lines. And the owner of that plot said something like, "This is a job killer." And it sort of showed, okay, this process has stopped the work of those jobs. You know, it ended the production. It ended those people's abilities to make money. Fast forward to what we have going on right now. Different things can be job killers, such as you have a business that needs to grow, needs to expand to meet customer demand, but yet your employee base is quitting off or you can't find replacements. So the help wanted signs, the longer they're open, the more that business suffers. The more the business suffers, the less they provide customer service excellence, the more they lose customers. Next thing you know, there's no longer a job available. It's not a limitless resource, if that makes sense. Going into 2022, I think we're faced with many job killers, up to and including the attitude of the working class going into it. And I'm not going to say they're wrong in their grievances. I will say, with regards to the Reddit and the anti-work movement, there are fictional narratives that are presented just to wind people up. And there's agents from other countries that are providing fictional narratives just to wind people up, that are merely making those situations worse. And the director or the moderator of the anti-work, he said in an article that it didn't really matter if those stories provided were fictional, because it was believable to the people who read it. Now, how does that make any sense at all? That's a bad thing if you're using falsehoods. Yeah, it's easy to imagine a evil boss, but it's also just as easy to imagine a benevolent, well, maybe not as easy, but there's also the possibility of you have a benevolent boss. And by benevolent, I say a person who cares about the overall health of the business so that everybody still has a job to come to, and they're doing their best to do the right thing. So it's a little bit unfair and just supporting perhaps what is a nefarious situation. I would like to see 2022 see a little more awareness of this possibility and be called out on it. These things have to be legit because they're serious and it affects everybody at large. Man, 2022. I don't think the resolution to it will be within next year. I think regardless of it, if a person's willing to work hard and you keep your head up and you do what you have to do to support your family, I believe where I am in the United States, there'll always be a way to make for your family, to keep food on the table and perhaps a roof over your head. May not be as fancy of food as you're used to, may not be the same roof that you expect, but if you keep after it and keep chipping away, I believe there'll be a way continued at least through next year. All right, series continues on. Thanks for sticking with it, and comment down below.